Hi friends, it is FantaSea adventure time. As you can see, there's water behind me. Not a whole lot. I just left this morning at low tide, which was unfortunate because low tide here goes down as little as 1 feet or a foot in some places, which isn't a problem if your boat only draws less than a foot, but my boat draws 5 feet. And I had gotten some local advice about where to be in the channel at low tide so that I wouldn't have any issues. And I am in the channel. I'm in the channel and aground. If you look over there, right off my stern, that green board on that pole, that's the channel marker. That's the outbound starboard side channel marker. So if you look at my boat, that is outbound of my boat on the starboard side. I am in the channel and I am aground. I've been here for a little over an hour and a half. It's a beautiful day, and it's always just nice to be away from the dock on the boat. Not necessarily being aground, but at least it's a nice soft muddy bottom, so I know that there's no damage to my keel. And I didn't hit it. I was doing 3 miles per hour or 3 knots, so I know that there's nothing to be concerned with. But in the interim, every few minutes I start the engine. I've been checking the water level on that pole, which hasn't moved at all because there is a northwest wind blowing towards you guys from over there, and the bay is back that way, or the creek. So the wind is blowing the water out, and the tide doesn't want to come back in. They're having an argument, and the wind is winning right now. So I don't know how much longer I'll be here. The good part of this is that I found a problem, and that's that's why you do shakedown cruises. This is kind of the way I do things. Is I get the boat as ready as I can possibly get it at the dock, and then I go and try and make my trip. And it pretty much bites me in the ass every time, except for maybe once or twice out of I don't know how many times, probably dozens of times that I've done this with boats that I'm new to. Either way, my alternator, which was charging well yesterday and actually appears to be fairly recent. It looks like it's a new alternator. But the alternator at some point this morning decided it's not going to work anymore. So I can't charge my batteries while underway. So I can't motor and sail or motor sail without wondering when I'm going to run out of electricity. I only have 2 batteries on board, and it's just not sensible to go out into the bay and not have reliable electricity in case I do need the engine. The engine is for maneuvering, and you can sail all day long, and then all you need to do is turn on the engine for 3 or 4 minutes to get into your boat, your slip, or whatever. But I hope the wind's not making a ton of noise on the microphone. I didn't check it. Either way, fantastic day. I unfortunately have to go back up into the creek, back to Young's Boatyard, who is he's fantastic. I highly recommend it. It's a tiny little marina, and obviously it's in shallow water. But once the tide comes back up here and I'm free, I'm gonna head back over to that slip. I'll pull back in, and I will I'll get a new alternator. It's something I can get locally at the auto parts store. It's not a special part, so I should be able to get it pretty quickly. But now I'm going to have to wait for another weather window. Yeah, so it's wonderful to be on the boat, and everything is everything's wonderful. I'm just not leaving yet. And that's okay, because I made some really cool friends here. You know, it's neat to travel and meet people, and I've met a couple of really special people here. So I get to spend maybe another day or two with them, and then head out and continue my trip. But that's the update for now. From Sailing Vessel Serenity. Shakedown Cruise has rattled out a problem, and I have to go back and repair it. Alright, so I'll keep you up to date, and see you later, Facebook friends.